Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading, and this is for the full moon on July 29th. And you, Capricorn, are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Capricorn, we all have a little bit of Capricorn in us. If you do have your birth chart, where is Capricorn, which house is it in? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. This is a timely reading as well, so if you're watching it at this time, it's perfect for you. All right, let's begin. I just need to move this up a little bit more here. I'm working on a new spread and I'm really enjoying it. I hope you do also. The underlying energy for the reading is the Two of Wands. This card's been coming up a lot in this series here at the full moon. This is someone standing on the top of their turret overlooking their domain, and they have the world in their hands. This is talking about wanting to have even more expansion after being successful. Quite often this card reminds me of someone who is an entrepreneur who wants to franchise or change location so that they can build their business to become bigger. There may be too small of a clientele where you are and it's time to move forward or to add another location. This also can talk about wanting to change locations yourself, just to move somewhere that you feel you'd be in a better position. And it also can talk about going global. We do have the water in between the two horizons, so it can talk about going overseas, going international as well. The wands represent the element of fire. They're made of wood because wood fuels the fire, and this can be talking about passionate action and taking passionate action. So this is talking this energy is sometimes can be about passion. So love, you might be in a position right now where perhaps you're ready to find that special someone and start a family, and you want to expand in that way. So we'll see. We have the star energy. Now this full moon is on the 29th, as I said, and it is in the sign of Aquarius. So the main theme of this sign, there's always like a conflict between the sign the moon is in and then opposing that sign on the horoscope wheel will be where the sun is positioned, and the sun will shine light on whatever is not being shown for the moon. And usually it'll be a conflicting point of view. But this moon actually is not so much that way. This is about being an individual and being a leader through your individuality, and really relying on your individuality and placing that above the group, or being including the group more. So the Aquarian energy, Aquarius really does enjoy their individuality, and it's important to them. But at the same time, they do understand that the group has a lot of value, and they are more willing to entertain ideas from the group as well as their own. Whereas the Leo energy, which is opposing the full moon in Aquarius, is talking about leadership. And the Leo energy is, they're natural born leaders, but they mature later in life quite often. So they can be, if they're not 100% confident, they might fill those holes with a fake it till you make it attitude. And, they can come off as being a little bit arrogant sometimes. So this energy of the Leo is they really value being an individual, and they feel like, hey, I'm the leader. Listen to me. Just do as I say, and sometimes not as I do. But this is just their natural leadership qualities coming out. So we'll see, how is this affecting you, Capricorn? We have the star energy, and so this is talking about it's time to shine. You're following your North Node. This person is pouring her energy. She has her right foot in the universal pool. So she's taking her own special qualities and adding them to the universal pool. And then she's pouring that out onto the earth. And this is representing the 5 points of the pentacle. Now, we don't have any pentacle energy in the tarot here for you. It's been interesting because a lot of the signs, I mean, you are the most mature of all the pentacle energies. The pentacle energy is earth and matters of earth. So this is really interesting because a lot of the signs didn't have their own element in them in these readings for this full moon. So this is leaning heavier on the spiritual side of things, I feel, a lot of these readings. But it's about matters of the earth as well. So this is about following your destined path. And in the background there, we have the 7 stellar sisters, the Pleiades. And we have this energy of the 9 of Cups. It has also been coming up in these readings a lot. And the 9 of Cups is talking about 1 cup away from having that ultimate fulfillment. You could be a public figure. This person is on stage. This could represent, you could just have a public platform, but you may also be someone that's in the entertainment industry, or you speak for a living. You're, someone that is public. And so sometimes that can also talk about working for a public office in the government, something like that. Or it could be someone that you're communicating with or wanting to work with that is a public figure. And so this energy, this person is, here's Stella. Sorry, my cat wanted up. So the 9 of Cups is talking about someone who's 1 cup away from having that ultimate fulfillment, having a life that they really, really love. This is talking about, the body language is a little bit incongruent here because this person is used to being successful and they realize, hey, I don't have it yet. And yet they're on stage and everybody's kind of congratulating them like, oh, it's a sure thing. And it's never a sure thing. Many a race is lost in the last lap. And so he's aware of that. But he is, his legs are turned out. And this represents leaking energy from the masculine and the feminine and from the base chakra energy, which is about, survival of the fittest in the 3D. So this energy, his body language on top is in the shape of an infinity symbol. So it's not, he knows he can be successful and he knows he is successful. He's just losing a little bit of focus. This could be due to boredom or just a little bit of being tired. Something's going on that's distracting him from his normal 100%. And we have 9 cups lined up and we don't know, is that in the past and they're on a shelf behind him? Are they above his head or are they forward? So in any case, this energy is very close to being in the now or about to be in the near future. And then we have an energy here of the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups is talking about all this opportunity coming in. You're literally like a black hole sucking opportunity in. But as a black hole, you are the center of your own universe. And you are going to have to choose which of these cups are being gifted to you and put your own spin on them. So you're going to have to put some effort into these. You notice how they're all in this big cloud of smoke here. This it can be representing that, that smoke and mirrors kind of energy. So, and sometimes 7 opportunities showing up bang at once like that, it can be a little overwhelming. And so sometimes there's that energy of spoiled for choice, like you just don't know which one to pick. And not appreciate, like there's so many that it's like you don't really appreciate one in particular. And these opportunities, they're mostly wrapped up in challenge. So you have to find the possibility within. But that is the specialty of the Capricorn energy. You're good at that. At being able to look at something and see the possibilities, even if it is very challenging. And actually, Capricorn energy likes to rise to the challenge. Your glyph is this sea goat with the front end of a mountain goat, but the back end of a dolphin. And yet you'll climb that mountain one way or another, whether it's the escalator and you're shopping or an actual mountain. And so this is talking about taking disciplined steps of action towards your goals and getting to the top. And we have here in these opportunities, for instance, like this, the gifts here show both sides, the negative and the positive. So this one is of having a lot of beauty or being very handsome. And it can, yeah, that's wonderful to be beautiful in a beautiful world, all of that. But if you're focused only on your outer beauty, then your inner beauty suffers. There's the shrouded character here. We don't know what's underneath this shroud. It could either be something really beautiful or something very ugly. And we have the snake here, and so some people could view this as a yellow-bellied coward crawling through the grass, and others could say, wow, what an awesome opportunity to shed my skin and release anything, especially at the full moon. The full moon is the perfect time to shed your skin of anything that is no longer working for you. And then we have this energy of the castle. And yeah, castles are beautiful to live in. They're, you know, but they are also usually built on a cliff and they're hard to get to. So they can be very isolating. We do have the energy of the flowers. Are you going to open your petals up to the sun, or are you going to stay closed? And we have the laurel wreath, and laurel wreaths represent victory as well. They are laid on coffins. And we have the dragon energy. Some people are terrified of dragons, and some people see them as good fortune. So it's just depending on how are you going to, what spin are you going to put on these opportunities that are coming your way, and kind of almost not ignore the audience, because of course if you're a public figure, the audience and your fans are very important, but you have to, are you going to please the group, or are you going to do what's best for you? That's basically, or a combination. Ideally, that would be a combination of both. Now, when we move to the opposing energy, we have the Empress energy. So it is talking about, you know, how opposition and hardships and difficulties in getting things done sometimes can raise your vibration so that you're powerful like the Empress. You learn so much from all the life experience that you have that you become the Empress energy. Now, the Empress is in the major arcana, and she is said to be pregnant with possibilities. If you don't want to get pregnant or have someone get pregnant at this time, you might want to make sure that you take care of that, because this is saying you're very fertile at this time. The Empress, she puts her plans into place. Like that's what this wheat is showing here. And the wheat, she'll decide, okay, I want to grow a crop, and then she'll decide, okay, I'm going to grow wheat. So then she'll pick the best field for growing the wheat. She'll have the soil checked in the field. She wants to know, does it need amending? Does it need fertilizing? What does it need to grow wheat? And then she's going to make sure that any of the stones or rocks or anything that's going to possibly damage the expensive seeding and harvesting equipment, that it's picked clean off the land. And then she will wait for the opportune time to sow the seeds and sow it at that time. She's an organic farmer, so after that, that's what she's willing to do until harvest again. So she'll wave her magic wand and say, okay, nature, okay, universe, give me a bumper crop. She might do a rain dance here and there, but other than that, she's pretty much going to just move on to her next project and not worry about it. She's done everything she can, and she knows it, so she's just waiting for the result. Excuse me. We have a lot of smoke in the air here where I am. There's a lot of wildfires, and I've just noticed that it's getting a little bit better where I am right now. There's not as much smoke as there was 2 days ago, but it's definitely affecting the air quality. So I apologize for the coughing. The World card is talking about this cycle is coming to an end. You've learned everything that you can from it, and it's time to start a new cycle. And that you're moving on, and this is generally saying you've been successful, and you've planted what you have here, and now you're going to expand somewhere else. So this is really good, positive energy. Someone, though, the Knight of Swords is coming in here, and they're running towards you. Now that could be because they want to have a piece of your pie, or it could be talking that they're coming with some information from outside that they want you to have, or they could be Like the Knight of Swords is sometimes considered the fool rushing in. Generally, he's running from something to something. We can't see what he's running from, but he is running towards this new cycle. So I feel like this is someone that is like, this could be someone from your past. Where has he been? Nobody knows. They've been out there somewhere doing their thing, and maybe they thought you were losing your touch or something. That's the energy I'm getting. But now, these were the opportunities, and other people couldn't see the value of them like you could, and you have been very successful. And so now this person's coming rushing in to congratulate you and to be part of your life again. That's what I feel is happening. In any case, the Fool, we call him the Fool rushing in because he only has half the story. Like, we don't know we can't see the other half of his sword. The swords in tarot represent the element of air. It's your thoughts and the thoughts of others, mental intelligence, discipline of the mind. And we can't see the point of his sword, and maybe he can't see the point of the information either. He's got a big red flag on the back of his helmet here, and even the clouds look like they're like, been cut into the sky. This energy here, he's pushing this horse way too hard through barren land and against the wind. The horse is totally stressed out. And so this energy, it's, is representing, the horse represents heartfelt energy, your heartfelt energy plus your passion. And it's like, he's in a hurry. Like, he hasn't thought this out properly 100%. He's thinking about what he's going to say when he gets to you. Oh, congratulations. It's kind of like that. I'm just picking up this energy. So he has heard about how successful you've been, and that you maybe are planning to expand, and that your star is shining really bright, and he wants to be a part of that. And then the Empress energy is talking about people who could see that you're pregnant with possibility, like that he can see that you could get, this could grow into something really, really big. There's all these opportunities here, and you've only used a few of them so far, and you seem to have a talent for being able to bring the pentacle energy, which is lifestyle, out of cups that other people can't see the possibilities in. They could only see the challenges. And maybe some of these people were even laughing at you for taking these cups, like, whoa, and now they're like, how the heck did they do that? This is the end of that cycle. A new cycle is coming in. And yeah, definitely, I feel like you're up for getting that last cup, that you will stay focused. Don't let this other energy distract you at this time, because you're highly, it's highly likely that you are going to have like this ultimate success. And in any case, you're already coming off as being successful anyway. So, expect maybe sometimes, we're just finishing up the retrograde season. Mercury was retrograde, but the communication is sort of coming back in again. So some people from the past might be coming towards you now that they've heard that, hey, congratulations, you've done really well. In the meantime, they were all talking about how crazy you were to tackle these cups here. Human nature sometimes. All right, we're going to clarify. For those of you who want further clarification on this, I'm using my Oracle, Tales from the Vector. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're ordered in my gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put them in the order they appear here. If you want to check them out, they say a painting paints 1,000 words. It may give you more clarity as to your situation. So, this energy of the group and opposing the individuality. The full moon energy is going to be challenging your beliefs, and it's motivation. It can be very motivating to make changes in your life. And we're seeing that here, improvements. We also have conflict between morals and your fears. So it's kind of like being afraid to maybe step out sometimes in a different way. But you're not afraid of the laughter. I'm getting, you're good with that, whatever. And it also is sometimes giving higher meaning to struggles. So if in the past you've had these struggles and people couldn't see that you were a star and that you were meant to shine, They are now, and it's kind of an energy of like if you don't want to give up right when you're almost about to get there. A lot of people lose a race in the last lap. And then we have this energy right now, this full moon, and there's the 3 days before and the 3 days after is when we're really going to feel this moon. And we're kind of in that, getting close to that energy now. This is going to give you incentive, you know, to be able to stay in the game and to really move forward. It's that type of moon. Either way, whether you're wanting to be the only, you know, be the leader and call all the shots, or you're willing to listen to the viewpoints of others, you're going to be the one who's ultimately responsible for your success. And this can bring definitely, this moon is bringing up issues of power and control, but in a good way for you in this reading. We do have a tower here, so that usually, the tower is representing when your intuition has been telling you, you know, you really need to take a look at this, and maybe you put it off for a while, but now you're realizing, you know what, I'm a big fish in a little pond, and if I want to move forward, then something may have happened to make you really see maybe the people around you that you were taking some advice from, and to be nice kind of, and, oh, I'll listen to their point of view as well. Maybe their advice was kind of limiting your potential. And so it's about listening to your intuition. A tower has hit for sure. So the tower is when things crumble. But I feel like the tower is more from the other side's point of view, because they felt like they could have taken these opportunities too, but nobody could see the opportunity and the challenges, and you could. So now they kind of have to eat crow and come in and say, oh, I knew you could do it, instead of, I was talking about you failing. That type of energy. We have a lot of drama around it. So definitely, sometimes it's really interesting how the people around you, like if you've grown up with people, or you've been, maybe you all, you know, graduated the same year and in a specific field, and you're clearly the star, and you keep getting further ahead and further ahead of the rest of the pack. Sometimes that can cause a lot of drama. So it could be a situation like that. We do have the Libra energy. Libra is becoming a mature adult and realizing that, you know, bottom line is you are going to be responsible for what you do. You know, you're the one who's going to either take these challenges or not, and either do something with them or not. You know, it's that type of energy. Being a mature adult and realizing, yeah, you can listen to others' points of view, especially if you have respect for them. But you have to ultimately listen to yourself, because what's right for other people is not necessarily what's right for you. You can anticipate a really strong future if you don't have expectations of exactly how that will come out. And this may be something that you yourself were like, I had no idea I'd be doing this, and all of a sudden there you are, and it's just fated to happen. The disruption. So what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. And I feel like that was kind of, maybe you had some people like looking at you, giving you the side eye. Like, what the heck are they thinking, you know? And some people do not see the possibilities and challenges. That's your area of expertise, Capricorn. So, you know, other people, when they fell down the first time, they would brush themselves off and, you know, maybe think about climbing that mountain again, but you just get right back up and climb it. And then when you fall, you get back up and you climb it again. You take consistent steps of actions towards your goals, and that is a huge ability to get to the top of the peak. And then we have deception. So this is, you know, I'm just getting a lot of energy. Now this could be you know, people that are in your inner circle. It could be your significant other. There could have been some sort of deception in that way. But I feel that the biggest deception would be for you not to become everything that you can be, you know, and really deceiving yourself into being like everybody else. That would be the worst case scenario. And then we have dissension. So with friends like this, who needs enemies? You've been swimming with sharks. This cycle is ending because you're smart enough, like you know. These people think that you don't know that, you know what they were up to behind the scenes. And you just didn't react to it because you were too busy responding to the possibilities. But now your world is changing. You're going to be even more successful. So what's going to happen is some of the people from the past, this is a tower for them more than it is for you, because you're not going to entertain bringing them back into your inner circle. You're done. Like, it's like you may have been acting as if you didn't hear what they were saying behind your back and all that. You heard it, but you decided instead to focus on your goals. And then we have this energy of transition again here. So definitely that we are talking about a lot of transition happening in your life. This is coming up in a lot of people's readings right now. It's an energy astrologically, and it does have to do with Saturn, and you are ruled by Saturn. There's a Saturn is going retrograde, I think, tonight or tomorrow, very soon here. And it's just going to, there's three big planets right now, Uranus, and like the ones that are further out, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn, and they're all making these big changes. And we can feel that on the planet because it's not that common for all three of them to be making changes and settling into new planets like they are right now. It's causing a lot of transition within. And especially for you, because of the Saturn energy, I feel that this is talking about, you can feel that. I think, what is it today, on the 26th? And so that's tomorrow. On the 26th, Saturn is going retrograde, I believe, like in the next couple days. And I feel like that's going to have an effect because Neptune and Uranus just moved into new planets as well. So it's just an energy of an inner change, and then it's like, are you going to bring that out? And you are. You've decided, I'm going for it. And so congratulations on this. This energy is really, really benefiting you a lot if you use it correctly. It can also be very challenging. A lot of people will back off from this energy, but I'm confident that, Capricorn, you're going to move forward. All right, onward ho. That's the energy. Climb that mountain. All right, thank you for your time and your energy, your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. I really do appreciate them all. They're empowering me to build my channel, and I will be back with another reading for you soon, Capricorn. Bye for now.